Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be taking our group by and aggregate functions. The expect is aggregate AGG. Sorry about this. Alright, group by and aggregate functions. We'll be doing a lot of things here. In the last class, I taught you indexing, and in the previous class before the last class, I think I taught you filtering. Yeah. So now we're taking the group by. See, we're taking it step by step. Group by is a very important function in Pandas used for aggregating when you want to group a data frame by a particular column. Let's say a data frame consists of married and unmarried. Yeah, so you want to group by married and unmarried. You can do it using that group by, and you calculate the amount of people that are married, the average earnings of married and married couples and unmarried people, their average earning, their average expenses. You can do a lot of things with it. It's a very important aspect of Pandas programming, and I would urge you to focus on this, please. It's a very important and very basic step, very important basic step in data analysis, and you have joy when you know how to use it fully. You've mastered it, and you can use it anywhere, anytime for interviews and anything. Do you get me? So let's go on. This shouldn't be new to you. We import our pandas library as usual, pandas as PD, and then we'll call our data frame pd.read underscore csv, right? And r should this be. So this is the link to my data set, the file part to my data set. I copied it already. And then this is our data set. This data set consists of employees. It's an employee data set, has the employee ID, the age, the attrition, the business travel, daily rates, department, distance from home, their distance from home. As you can see, this department, you can group it by departments: cardiology, maternity, neurology. Yes, you can group by department. Also, you can group by the business travel. There are only two: travel rarely and travel frequently. Do they travel rarely? Do they travel frequently? Do you get me? So it's a very important aspect. And then you can calculate. You can also group by this as well. And then you can now calculate with all these numbers when you have groups by them. So let's say you want to calculate the years at company of a particular department. Cardiology, the average years they spend in a company. Do you get me? Or in maternity, the average years or the total years they spend in a company. You can do it. So that's the function of group by. So let's say our data frame. Our data frame to the group by, using the group by. So you say df dot group by. Now what do you want to group by? Let's group by the basic one, the business travel. Let's go by department. All right. Now we have group by it. So what do we use the group by for? We have group by it. Now we want to calculate the mean. Are you getting me? The mean of, after grouping by, we calculate the mean of let's say years at company. We'll calculate the mean of years at company. So it shows us that we can do a lot of things in group by. Now let's go. Say df. Now we have df2, right? And now let's say years at company. All right. Now dot mean. So average years at company. Yes. So let's take it to frame. Okay. As you can see, we have grouped the data set by the department, having only cardiology, maternity, and neurology, and then the years at company, which we show to be the average years at company. Can you see? It's a very easy thing. So we have grouped by the department, and in each department, I've calculated the average years by company, average years at company. Each department, each person in the department spend. Do you get me? You can even find the total years at company by using the sum. Use sum here. Yes, total years. So in cardiology, they spent the most years, 3,889 years. Like If you divide it by the amount of people there, there's just that I'm not seeing employee numbers, like amount of employees there. Sorry about that. Amount of employees there. Employee count. Okay. Employee count. So one. So in cardiology, now let's group by. Let's see the amount of employees there. Let's go. Let's go. So let's make another. So we want to calculate. We have grouped by the department. Now we want to calculate the amount of employees in each department. So we say df2 employee count, right? Employee count. So this is a very basic aspect. Employees count. Can I spell it well? Employee, not employees. Now, sum to frame. Okay, so in cardiology you have 531. In maternity you have 796, and then in neurology you have 341. Now, if you want to calculate the average years by company, you have to divide this by this. Do you get me? So average years spent. So if you have 3,889 divided by the employees count, the amount of employees here, so averagely you'll be getting this. Let's copy this. So it's a very sweet concept. Can you see how easy it is? So just turn this to mean. This is mean. Boom. Can you see? Now, this is the group by, and these are the aggregation functions. This sum here you see, this mean here. So there are functions you use in aggregations. Do you get when you want to aggregate? Aggregate meaning you are combining them together and calculating something, maybe the maximum number, the minimum, the mean, the sum. Do you get me? So there are a lot of aggregation functions you can use. A lot of aggregation functions you can use. You have also the count, like the count now. You get. Then you have the standard deviation. You have there are a lot of the variance, the mean, max, sum, mean, and all of that. So it's a very important, sweet concept. Now, what I did here can be written in one line of code. Copy this. Now, the sum of years at company. Just delete this. So this is how it is done. Group by the department, then perform operation on the years at company while being under this department. Now, call this df2. Very easy. So this is a very important and sweet concept. You can change this to mean as well. So there are a lot of things you can do. A lot of things. Now, we'll be moving on to grouping by various. Want to group by first. I'll take that later. We can group by various columns, and then we can calculate this aggregation function on various columns as well. So now let's start calculating on various columns while being grouped by department, right? This is years at company. Now, I want to start somewhere first. There are three things I want to do. First, grouping by various columns. Second, calculating on various columns. And then third, using various aggregate functions. Now let me start from the third. Using various aggregate functions. You can add the .agg. So what do? We put the mean, right, comma, sum. Let's start with sum. So we'll do it in another sum, the mean, the max, and then the minimum. Now let's call this DF142. Alright. Now we have grouped by department. Now under department, this is the years at company they spent. The years at company. Just these four things that you see here was calculated based on this years at company. So now the sum of years at company spent in cardiology is 3,889. The mean years at company is 7,000, blah blah blah. Then the maximum years a person has stayed in the company is 37, and the minimum a person has stayed is 0. As you can see, years at company, you have 0 as the minimum, as the maximum. Let me sort option. So I want to expand it. I'm sorry about that. I had kata. Display our maximum width, our maximum row. Display max rows. So check the amount of rows. You have 1,676. No, sorry, forgot to put my PG. Okay, I show you maximum. Now let's go to years at company. Let's cite the highest number of years at company. Years at company. Okay, look at it. See, you having 10, 25. The highest we said was 37, right? Let's see if we can go and say, okay, yes, it's 37. So that was spent in medical, cardiology, medical. Okay, so you can also group by this. So you can group by educational field. So now let's go on. Let's move on. We're getting there. So now this is it. We are grouping by this, and we have performed various aggregation functions on these years at company. Now, another thing is that we can perform various aggregation functions on various columns while being grouped under this department. Let's go on. I know it sounds confusing. Now let's see. Okay. Let's here's our company. Okay, let's say employee count. So you cannot set it. Okay. I think we have to do it like this. Here's a company already selected. Sure about this. I think it threw an error because this aggregation function was performed on this. So let me think about a way it can go. Let me reverse something. So if you want to calculate different things, you use if you want to calculate in Pandas, when you are listing more than one columns, you use double bracket. I just remembered. That's why if you want to assign various values to various columns, we use double bracket. You get, if we want to call various columns, see what I'm saying? So df this. If you want to call years at company, that company, and then we call employee count. So sorry about that, train error up and down. Okay, yes, I've got more than one column, so you use double bracket. So that's the same idea. Sorry about that. So that's the same idea we use here. I will teach you another method to do this. Okay, well, come on employee count, employee count. It should work now. Yes, can you see? So it has listed. Now this is beautiful, man. So we group by this department: cardiology, maternity, neurology, and under this, under years at company, calculated in sum, the mean, the max, and blah blah blah, and the mean. Now under employees count, calculate the sum as well, the mean, the max, and the mean, the minimum. So that's how beautiful it is. Now there are other ways to do this. There's another way, very beautiful way to do it. Now we'll come here back, this place, taking it from scratch. Let's write another way. Another way. Now, just clear this. And then you come here. You write your column. Yes, at company equal to. That's all. You call your df. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So do you mean no, I didn't mean I'm assigning this to this. Why is it showing error? Shouldn't show this error. I'm coming. Coming. Okay. Now to perform this, since it's more than like we want to group them, we have to put it in a dictionary format. I taught you data types in earlier. I taught you data types earlier when we were treating the pandas in Python, and I taught you dictionary. So we'll have to use the dictionary method. This is the dictionary, and then we use this. Sorry, I used them equal to. Okay, I think it should work now. Okay, same thing, same method. As you can see, group by this. Same thing is applying. Can you see? Now, since it is more than one, we can go on to say we can go on to put our comma here for the employees count. Copy this. Just change it to employee count. But this is a little bit stressful because on a normal I would have just put double bracket and that and assign it. And it's not, instead of writing employees count and all of that, it's a little bit stressful. But I just want to teach you so you have idea of it. I don't usually use this employee count. It's this shorter method I use. Beautiful, just beautiful, just beautiful, just beautiful. Now, this is just how it should be. This is just how it should be. Put it in a new line. Control Z there. Run this. And put this one in a new line. No. Shit. I made a mistake already. Okay, let's copy this again. I wanted to put it in a new line because mistakenly press Ctrl C. Alright, this is what we did earlier. Copy it here. Put in a new line and then clear this. So run this. So I'm taking time. Alright, we'll run this and let's run this. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is performing multiple aggregation functions on multiple columns. Now I want to perform multiple aggregation function, multiple column, while being grouped under multiple columns. I'm going to my short form. While being grouped under multiple columns. Now let's go and choose columns. Now I've chosen department. Let's see what we can choose again. Business travel. Business travel. Now, since we are grouping under multiple columns, we have to turn it to a list. We are turning it to a list. Now, this is a list, and then we'll have our business travel. Boom. Beautiful. Now, this is what happened. Grouped under department, and in each department, you have the non-travelers and you have the non-travel, the travel frequently and the travel rarely. Now, under the travel frequently and travel rarely, now we are calculating the years at company that the non-travelers spend, the sum of years at company that the non-travelers spend that are in cardiology. This not years at companies that the travel, those that travel frequently spend that are under cardiology. The employees, number of employees of those that travel that do not travel at all that are in cardiology. Number of employees that of those that travel frequently that are in cardiology, and this is number of employees that of those that travel rarely. So to tell you that cardiology, in cardiology department, more people travel rarely than they do not travel at all. Although people travel frequently, but people that travel rarely, they do travel, but they travel rarely are in cardiology. Now, also in maternity, same thing. Oh, sorry, these employees count like number of employees. Now, okay, travel rarely, and we're still correct, sure. So 2,778 travel rarely. So more people travel rarely that they do not travel, or that they travel frequently in cardiology. Now, yeah, more people travel rarely. Well, why don't they travel frequently? Well, I don't know. At least they do travel, but the non-travelers are always there at all. Are still there. They are always close. Their numbers are always close to those that travel frequently. To tell you that they are more of introverts. They do travel, but they travel rarely. Can you see the numbers are big? So this is beauty in its peak. This is beauty in its peak. You can also use it here. You can use it here. You can use it here. Since it's a list. So I'll be taking you on two ways, many ways, various things you can do. Business travel. Let's list down. DF2. Boom. Same thing, same result. Different codes, different ways of writing the code. So this is just beauty. So it's best you learn this aggregation function because can you see we have done a lot of mathematics here. As you can see, it has displayed numbers, and this is what companies are looking for. It's a very important aspect in Pandas programming, very important aspect in data analysis. As you can see, we have analyzed this data based on just 3 or 4 columns. We have gotten a good insight of how it is, and there are other things we can also group based on the educational field and all of that. So we're not going into that for now. So my aim is to show you how to use this group by and the aggregation function. Save this video. We will see next class. Remember to always follow me, hit the notification bell so that you can receive good updates from me. Thank you. God bless. I'm not feeling too well, just having some slight cold. So that's why I had to take breaks within the videos to ease myself. My nose is blocked and all of that. So follow me up, follow me up, please, and then stay tuned because I will be posting my next video soon. Stay tuned, stay blessed. Thank you.